What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another interesting episode. We're told to look for the value of x given that log base 2 of x plus log base 3 of x is equal to 5. Notice that the bases are not the same. So we have to make their bases the same, and we're going to be applying the property of change of base. The property of change of base actually says that when I have log base b of a, this is equal to log a all over log b. So we're going to be applying this to what we have here and what we have here. So on this, it becomes log x all over log 2 plus this, we have log x all over log 3. Very good. And this is equal to 5. Now let's combine the fraction on the left. So I'll draw a line and we'll look for the LCM of log 2 and log 3. The LCM of log 2 and log 3 is log 2 times log 3. Good. And now let's divide. Log 2, log 3 divided by log 2 is log 3 times log x. We have log x times log 3 plus, now we do the same thing, log 2 times log 3 divided by log 3, we have log 2 times log x, we have log x log 2. Very good. And this is equal to 5. Now notice something on the numerator. You notice that log x is common, so we can factor out log x. Now open bracket. Now since I have factored out log x, I have log 3 here, so this becomes log 3 plus, now since I have factored out log x, I have log 2, so I'll be writing log 2. Good. All over the denominator, we have log 2 times log 3, and this is equal to 5. Now on the numerator, we're going to apply the property of logarithm here. The property of logarithm that says that when I have log a plus log b, this is equal to log a times b. So we apply it here. Our expression now becomes log x times log, now watch, we're going to be multiplying 3 times 2, which gives us 6. All over the denominator, we have log 2 times log 3, and this is equal to 5. Now watch what we're going to be doing here. Now I'm going to be pairing this together, and I'll pair this together. So in order to isolate log x all over log 2, I'll divide both sides by log 6 all over log 3. When I divide both sides by this is what I have. So this is log x all over log 2 to be equal to, we have 5 here. Now when I divide both sides by this expression, I'll have the inverse, which is log 3 all over log 6. Very good. Now let's apply the property of change of base here that says that when I have the log of a all over the log of b, this is equal to log base b of a. So writing this back, we have log base 2 of x to be equal to, now this expression becomes 5 times, apply the change of base here as well, this becomes log base 6 of 3. Very good. Now we're not done yet. We're going to be using one more property of indices to get our final answer. So the property of logarithm that we're going to be using is log base a of x equal to b is the same as x equal to a to the power of b. Now when we compare this expression to what we have here, you notice that these two here represent our A. X remains the same. So this is equal to B. That means the whole of this expression represent our B. You get that? Good. So now let's write this in this form. So X is equal to A. What is our A? Our A is 2. So this is 2 to the power of B. Remember, the whole of this expression is B, which is 5 times log base 6 of 3. And there you have it. So this is the value of X in terms of logarithm. Now let's check our answer. So now let's check. This is our value of X. So I'm going to be putting the value of X here. Good. So let's go. So here we have log base 2 of X. What is our X? Our X is 2 to the power of 5 times log base 6 of 3. Good. And then plus, this is log base 3 of X. X is 2 to the power of 5 times log base 6 of 3. Now we're checking if the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side, that is 5. Now let's do something. From the property of logarithm, when I have log A to the power of P, this is the same as P. That means this power goes to the front, P times log A. And we're going to be applying this to what we have here and what we have here. So now we have this expression now becomes 5 times log base 6 of 3, which is the power times log base 2 of 2. Plus, we do the same thing here. We write the power, which is 5 times log base 6 of 3 times log base 3 of 2. So this is equal to 5. Good. Now notice something. Log base 2 of 2 is actually 1. So when we multiply, we're going to have 5 times log base 6 of 3 plus 5 times log base 6 of 3 times log base 3 of 2 to be equal to 5. Now notice that 5 is common, so we can factor out 5. Now open brackets. 5 has been factored out, so we are left with log base 6 of 3 plus 5 has been factored out, so we are left with log base 6 of 3 times log base 3 of 2. Very good. And this is equal to 5. Now we have 5 times. Now we apply the property of change of base, the one we have been applying. So this expression now becomes log 3 all over log 6 plus this becomes log 3 all over log 6 times this becomes log 2 all over log 3. Very good. And this is equal to 5. Now notice something, that log 3 can cancel out log 3 from here, so that we have 5 times this is log 3 all over log 6 plus here we have log 2 all over log 6. Very good. And this is equal to 5. Now let's combine the fraction on the left hand side. So this we have 5 times. Notice that they have the same denominators, so we can just take the common denominators, which is log 6. Now add the numerators, which is log 3 plus log 2. And this is equal to 5. Now remember the property of logarithm that we applied before. So we have 5 times. Now the property of logarithm says that we can multiply 3 and 2. So that we have log 3 times 2 is 6 all over the denominator log 6, and this is equal to 5. Now notice that log 6 cancels out log 6, leaving behind 5 to be equal to 5. So we can see that the left-hand side and the right-hand side are actually equal. So our value for x is correct. Well, if you enjoy episodes like this, click the video below